Okay guys, welcome back to another progress vid. Today is on day 26 and day 27. I didn't realize this, but in my last progress vid, we did receive the I-band staff. It was sitting in my inventory after I ended day 25. And yeah, totally forgot to showcase it. So we're doing that for the first activity, if you will. I don't have very much death runes after this quest, the underground pass quest. I did use most of my death runes that I collected from skeletons to defeat a couple of demons in the quest. There's like 3 demons you guys gotta defeat, and then you drop these amulets that you later pick up in the quest. There's also a giant spider by the name Calrag, I think his name is. You have to defeat that spider as well. But yeah, enough about that. The quest did take me, like I said already in the last progress video, but for those who don't know, it did take me 2 hours and 10 minutes between there, somewhere around there, with 25 agility. If it wasn't for the quest guide that I was watching, I definitely would have struggled big time. So big shout out to Zombie Music, I believe his name is, on YouTube. He makes some really great quest guides for 2004Scape. But yeah, we made our way back into the wilderness on day 26. I was looking at the market and noticed that no one was really selling unicorn horns, and I was surprised. I mean, there was a couple sellers, but after that, no one was really selling them, and there was a few buyers wanting unicorn horns. I took advantage of it and started killing black unicorns in the wilderness, close to 20 plus wilderness. You're somewhat safe here as long as you don't pass 20 wilderness, and even then, it's not really a hotspot for PKers. I noticed I did run into a couple of players, as you guys already saw, but that was really it. You know, I never really had any trouble with any PKers when I was killing the black unicorns. You're not too far from 20 wilderness too, so you could easily teleport out even if you were attacked. One thing I didn't have to bring on my trips, guys, was food. I seriously gotta get back into fishing though, guys. I've been putting that off for a while now. I'm still sitting at 54 fishing, I believe. Pretty close to 55 fishing, and it's kind of like my combat level. Ever since Members was released, guys, there's just so much things to do that you want to do, I should say. Like for me, for example, I want to be able to make my own prayer potions eventually in game. Yeah, but before we say any more about that, I did receive 2 rune skimmy drops on the same trip. And if you notice the uncut diamond, I also got that too from Fire Giants. That was some really nice luck at Fire Giants. I believe Fire Giants do drop the shield left half, so that is an item that I would really like to grab from Fire Giants eventually. And for those who are wondering, no, the Fire Giants don't drop the Dragon Med Helm like they do in osrs. The Dragon Med Helm right now is currently only dropped from KBD, I believe, and that's about it. I don't think the Dragon Med Helm is dropped from anyone else in game. But we are still training our magic even after Fire Giants. I figured I would go to a training spot that a lot of you might remember, which is the combat training camp just north of RD. But I did have to make my way back to RD to sell some more unicorn horns to another player. And I do sell the unicorn horns for 500 each. And the reason being is because players are buying them for that price, you know? It's not like I'm overpricing it or anything. And besides, there's only like a couple of us right now in game that are collecting them, so I would definitely take advantage of the unicorn horns, guys, because players are using them to level up their Herblore level up right now in game, and who knows how long that's going to last, right? Once everyone gets to a Herblore level that is satisfying to them, such as 38 Herblore, you know, you can make the prayer potion at that level. That's pretty much what my plan is. Once I unlock the prayer potions, I will only be leveling up my Herblore level by making prayer potions only. I don't think I would really make any other potion in game, unless of course I run low on attack potions and strength potions. But yeah, we did get another heart clue scroll drop from Blue Dragons this time. My first heart clue scroll drop was actually at Green Dragons, for anyone who wants to know. But besides all of that, we did have to go through the wilderness pretty much everywhere. We started at the Chaos Altar for the first step, then the second step required me to come to the Greater Demons, and then third step required me to come to even the spiders in the wilderness. And then finally, I found myself in Edgeville, with the reward casket ready to be opened. I have to say, guys, even though my second reward wasn't the greatest, the rune battle axe is still pretty unique. No one is selling this on the market, and I don't even think anyone is bothering to smith it either. The rune battle axe is definitely going to remain in the bank. I'm not going to high elk it because right now, guys, I can now high elk my items in game. I have level 55 magic now thanks to fire giants, ogres, and also blue dragons. I think 60 magic would be nice to have because of the god capes. Having a Zamrock cape as a cape instead of the yellow cape that I currently have would look nicer. But not only for that reason, I think having the god cape too would help out with magic training because of the extra attack bonus it has for magic. But let's talk about my mining levels. Currently, right now, I did achieve 40 mining on day 26. And I also achieved 41 mining, which I forgot to record for you guys. So we can now use the rune pickaxe finally in game. And I think the way I'm going to level up my mining level now with the rune pickaxe is through coal. So later on in this progress video, you guys will see me at the coal trucks. And believe it or not, this is actually my first time using the coal trucks in game. I've never actually used these at all, even in osrs. So we're going to go ahead and do that eventually once we get to that point. But for now, let's get some more Herblore levels. We did unlock the Renar weeds where we can identify those now in game. The way I was leveling up my Herblore guys was mostly through anti-poison pots. You can start making these at 5 Herblore. So if you are looking for some fast levels in Herblore, at least until level 25, anti-poison pots is the way I went. You can very well just make attack potions all the way, but here's the thing. You would be stuck collecting your own Guam leaves, I bet, because right now Guam leaves are going for a price of 200 and even 250 GP each, so it can get expensive quickly. And the reason why they're expensive right now is because attack potions are the first potions you can make with Herblore, right? So this is why players are taking advantage of that herb because of the starting levels. I think eventually though, in a month or two, Guam leaves will fall down in price because everyone will have their herb levels up to a point where not very many players will need the Guam leaf anymore for the attack potion. And the same thing goes with the anti-poison pot, you know, because of the unicorn horns are the second ingredient to this potion. I think these prices will also fall down in price after everyone has a certain Herblore level in game where they no longer need to level it up, so the unicorn horns will become a little cheaper than what they are currently, which is why I wanted to go and mention that if anyone is interested, now's the time to take advantage of the unicorn horns because they do go for a nice price. We managed to sell some chaos runes too. I don't know if you guys caught that. We sold like, I believe 800 chaos runes that I collected at lesser demons and skeletons. Most of it was from skeletons though. What I was going to say about black unicorns though, training on black unicorns does provide me 2.9k experience and attack XP every trip. And they also, like I said earlier in the subtitle or caption, they are fairly easy to kill for me because of my combat level. So if you do plan to come here, just be prepared to bring some food. Don't bring armor that you're not willing to lose. This is why I'm fighting the unicorns right now, the black unicorns without the full rune helm right now, because if I was to get killed by pking right now, I would be protecting my dragon longsword, my rune chainbody, and my rune plate leg. The only item I would be losing here would be my power amulet, which is like 10k. But yeah, throughout day 26 and day 27, I've just been making money off of unicorn horns. It's been a nice money maker. All of this would probably make my bank 650k or higher, maybe 700k. We bought some sharks and we also bought some prayer potions in game because we are going to make a second attempt at the KBD. This time we're actually going for the kill. In my first KBD solo attempt, I actually wouldn't call it an attempt because here's the thing, I was only really there to collect information to see how I would do, to see if I could actually damage it with my stats, and it turns out that I was able to, and that's all the information I really needed. I knew if I came back here with like better gear and better food and prayer potions and all this other stuff, that I might be able to get away with a kill. So we ended up making a second trip at the KBD, and this is how it went. Even though that KBD trip was unsuccessful, guys, I still had a good time. I was a little disappointed for a couple of minutes after teleporting out, and I was streaming that fight too. You can actually watch the entire thing live, I guess, if you will. Well, sort of. Now that it's a past stream, it's no longer live, but we did have 15 viewers watching that fight. But at least now I know to bring an extra prayer potion with me, because that's what it was really. I could have gotten away with the kill if I just had an extra prayer pot with me. Since I ran out of prayer points, the KBD started putting damage in, and I wasn't putting damage in, even though I had the strength pot with me and the super attack still, and a lot of sharks still left over. It still wasn't enough, so prayer points really matter at KBD, especially if you're going to solo it. So the next time I go, I will be bringing an extra prayer potion. So 3 total prayer potions is what I think is needed to defeat the King Black Dragon finally. And hopefully we get a Dragon Med Helm drop on our own. I mentioned this in my stream that I wanted to make like a KBD event, host a KBD event for a few viewers. If you guys are above 70 combat and would be interested in that, feel free to reach out to me in game and I'll set something up. Like I'll take at least 4 or 5 of us there. This trip would mostly just be for the fun, but if we do end up getting a Dragon Med Helm drop, for example, if I get it, I'm not going to keep it to myself. I'll probably do a giveaway for it between those who came to the trip. And let's say if one of you guys get the Dragon Med Helm drop instead, you guys could very well go ahead and keep it for yourself, because you know I want you guys to know that this trip would be just mostly for the fun, not really the Dragon Med Helm drop. So if one of us do get lucky with the Dragon Med Helm drop, you guys are welcome to keep it on your own. You don't have to feel obligated to like split it or anything like that. But for me, I want to do a giveaway between those players that do come. So I am looking for the first 4 or 5 players to reach out to me that are above 70 combat, you know, and you have the Dragon Longsword. Definitely reach out to me and we'll get it done, guys. I think it would be a fun trip and I'll add it to the next progress vid. Alright guys, that is it with this progress vid. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright, bye.